Welcome to Dolphins basketball today on YouTube. Today, the Dolphins return home for the start of a 3-game homestand against East Georgia State. The Bobcats 1-3. They're 1-1 on the road. Dolphins 2-1 after splitting the weekend at the Wake Tech Classic. Of course, losing last Saturday to Daytona State in overtime, 80-79. Second of a back-to-back for East Georgia State. The Bobcats getting a big win yesterday at Cape Fear. They won that game by 9. Chris Shima, glad to be with you as always, as we're just about ready to go. Give you the starters real quick. For East Georgia, it's Khalid Racine, number 1. Number 3 is Malik Hinton. Number 4 is Antonio Mueller. Number 25, Move Mouse, is Evan Daniel. And number 33 is Miles Squirewell. And same starters as always for the Dolphins. Number 1, Elias Bowser. Number 4 is Darius Kane. Number 10, Ty Outlaw. Number 15, Victor Alayo. Number 22 is Linwood Rowe. So Dolphins control on the opening possession of the game with the shot clock now down to 10. Here is Darius Kane getting out to Bowser. Extra pass in the corner, stepping to his left. Alayo rims in the first triple and the first bucket of the game. Dolphins last Saturday again playing third-ranked Daytona State. And that overtime, even though it was a loss, nice bank shot by Racine for East Georgia to tie us at 3. That was enough to get the Dolphins some votes in the national poll. So receiving votes, not in the top 25, but receiving votes. Good ball movement again by Brunswick. And Outlaw is fouled. So Ty Outlaw will go to the free throw line. So Dolphins are 2-1. They're 1-0 here at home. And they'll be at home for quite a bit in this stretch. Just 2 road games and then a couple of classics, the Thanksgiving and Christmas classics sandwiched in between those. Those 2 road games, by the way, will be played at East Georgia State for their classic the weekend after Thanksgiving. So big win for East Georgia yesterday against Cape Fear by 9. Held them to 72 points. That's been a problem all season long. Defense for East Georgia, but like Brunswick, East Georgia plays they played a very tough schedule. So they've given up a lot of points, but they've played a lot of teams. Stripped there by Bowser and deflected it off of Daniel. So Dolphins get the ball back, and they lead it now 4-3. Bowser directing traffic here, looking for a screen. They had Ty Outlaw on the back door. Instead, they go back to Alayo. Corner 3 not good this time. Outlaw keeps possession alive. Dolphins will get it in the backcourt, but the shot clock is at 6 right now, so they got to go quick. Here is Darius Kane. No, they changed the shot clock, so they initially didn't reset it. Then they did. Now Kane for 3 off the back rim. And long rebound chased down by Racine, who's got the lone bucket. So we're 2 minutes in. Here's Hinton out on the far side. 4-3 Brunswick, 1 tie, 1 lead change so far here in the first couple. And another turnover here for the Bobcats. Bowser on the near side. Kane between the circles. Back to Bowser. Attacks, and he's fouled. Second team foul on the Bobcats here in the early stages of this one. Bobcats, Travis Garrett, the head coach. Good friend of Walter Shaw. These 2 teams, again, will rematch in December. Ohio now 1 out of 3 from 3. Here come the Bobcats. Dolphins get back on defense, so Hinton will set up the offense. Malik Hinton averaging over 6 assists per game, a dime machine. He drives in, dishes it out, and that'll be the first foul on Brunswick. 17:10 to go. We're just underway here in the opening half. Dolphins and Bobcats. Walter Shaw, 498 wins, so still too shy of 500. Hoping that it can come in this homestand, this 3-game homestand. Dolphins should be able to win 2 out of 3 of these next games, but again, this Bobcats team, they're sloppy right now, but they played great yesterday against a very good Cape Fear team and beat them. And they also beat the Dolphins in the last meeting. That was a season ago. East Georgia won in overtime at the East Georgia Classic, 87-81. Brunswick lost both games in that Georgia trip a season ago. There's a steal now going to the floor for it. That time was Mueller. So we're stuck on 4-3 for about the last couple minutes. Mueller tries to change that, and his 3 is way off. Antonio Mueller came in 47% from 3. Still early stages of the season, but good numbers at the start. Off on that one, though. Dolphins into the forecourt. Bowser on the near side. Kane gets it to the cutter, Outlaw, and Outlaw maybe thought he was going to get contact there. Squirewell the rebound. Into the forecourt, it's Hinton. Gets it back now, will set up the offense. 16:10 to go, just underway, 4-3 Brunswick. 1 tie, 1 lead change here in this low-scoring start. Good ball movement. Mueller, corner, got it to go, and he's fouled. Bad foul there for Brunswick. Opportunity now for a 4-point play, and that's the kind of drive and dish. Those are the dimes that Malik Hinton can dish out, so his first assist today. Ty Outlaw will go to the bench, and coming in is Jamie Brooks. We'll have the and 1 free throw when we come back. 15:58 left to go here in this opening half, and East Georgia leads. Welcome back to Brunswick. Out of the timeout, 4-point opportunity for Antonio Mueller. Came in averaging 8.7 points per game. He hasn't missed from the charity stripe this season. Chris Sheeman back with you. Both teams with 2 team fouls. It's been all 3-pointers. Racine and Mueller for East Georgia. Olayo with a triple for Brunswick. Outlaw with a free throw. That's the lone points as it remains 6-4 Bobcats. Kane throws it front court. And there's another steal by Mueller, his second of the game. Neither team really in much of an offensive flow here in the early stages. Hinton splits the defense. Look at this kid. And that shot blocked. Mueller hit his first triple. That one was swatted. So Racine's got an inbound in kind of an awkward spot there. First sub of the game is Alfonso Ross for the Bobcats. Issue with the clock. East Georgia, I didn't see the whole game yesterday, but it looked like it was wire to wire. It was a 9-point victory up in Wilmington. First win of the season. This team came into the weekend allowing an average of 88 points per ball game. Squire-Well attacks, hung it short, rebound Brooks. So Jamie Brooks is in, out of the timeout. He attacks to Rowe, and Rowe will get free throws. So Linwood Rowe, one of 3 players averaging in double figures for Brunswick. He and Elias Bowser both 11.3 points per ball game. Then Jordan Barr, who we'll see off the bench, at 10.3 per game here in the first 3 games of the year. Linwood also 4.7 rebounds. He's shooting free throws at 64% so far this season. Opportunity now for the Dolphins to tie it at the charity stripe. Blake Bartney is in for Brunswick. Jaden McClendon has come in for East Georgia. 1 out of 2 at the line, so Bobcats up 6-5. Nearing 15 minutes to go here in this opening half. Racine, Daniel in the corner. Mueller being hounded by Bartney. Trap comes. They get it to Squire-Well, who attacks. This time he draws contact. Both teams with 3 team fouls here at the start. And it's been a 3-point shot or a free throw, and that's pretty much been it today. And that kind of sums up modern basketball in a nutshell here in this first 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Miles Squire-Well, 60% free throw shooter on the year. Caden Brewer has come in for Brunswick, as well as Prasant Hill. So it's Hill, Darius Kane, Brooks, Bartney, and Brewer. Elijah Clinton has come in for East Georgia. So the Bobcats lead by 3. Now Kane goes out, and Jordan Durham comes in. So the Dolphins, all their starters are out now. Both teams have a lot of depth. They both run at least 15 deep. East Georgia's got almost a football roster on their website. I don't think they're all active. But as you can see, it's a long bench both ways, so we'll see lots of shuffling. Keeping everybody fresh, even though the Dolphins are extra fresh. They've been off for 8 days. Prasant Hill for 3, in and out. Rebound controlled by Cheatham. Jacoby Cheatham has also come in for East Georgia. McClendon gets it back from Ross. 13 on the shot clock. Jackson with the handoff. Shot clock is down to 6. Tried to bounce pass it low, and it's taken away by Brunswick. That was Durham, I believe, with the steal. Putting the moves on Brewer. The flip shot, no. Dolphins have just 1 field goal so far. 8-5, East Georgia State. 13:39 to go here in this first half. Extra pass, good ball movement. Finger roll no good by Cheatham, though. And there's a lid on the baskets right now. Bartney out deep. Now Brewer will set up the offense. And Dolphins just looking for something here. Shot clock winding down. They'll hoist another triple, and again it's off. That's just Nobody's moving without the ball. The zone right now is frustrating Brunswick. Ross to the hoop. Ross will score. And East Georgia doubling up Brunswick now. It's 10-5. 12:52 to go here in this opening half. Brewer front court. Brewer rocket that was deflected, and then it's off the foot of McClendon. So the ball will go back to Brunswick. A break there for the Finns. Inbound goes to Hill. Hill blocked but foul. Croissant Hill, 50-50 free throw shooter on the season. 4th team foul on East Georgia. 3 on Brunswick. Hill an earlier sub today than we saw last weekend at the Wake Tech Classic. Dolphins splitting that weekend, so they're 2-1 on the year after beating Camp in the season opener. Hill gets 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. The lead is 4 for the Bobcats. We've got 12:35 to go here in this opening half. McClendon. Clinton throws it cross court to Jackson. Jackson forced that shot up. Hill's got another board. Brunswick got a push now. Bartney has his shot blocked, gets it back over to Brewer. Brewer. That's Barr in there. I had the wrong guy at Durham, and that's Barr. Now how about this Bobcats defense this weekend? They did a number on Cape Fear earlier. This is a team, including the Cape Fear stats, giving up an average of 86 a game. But again, it's all about who you're playing, and for East Georgia Region 10, much more even-keeled matchups than some of their early season opponents. So we're inside 12 to go, 11:55 in the first half. Dolphins are stuck on 6. They still have just 1 field goal today. Here's a catch and shoot by Clinton for 3. Bartney the rebound. Now Brewer out deep, and Mari Latham came in, goes through his hands. Turnover. Number 12 for the Bobcats is Dakota Sellers. And he'll come in when we come back. Offense is stagnant right now for the Dolphins. East Georgia leading it 10-6. Welcome back to Brunswick. Defensive battle between these two friendly rivals. I say that because Travis Garrett, the head coach at East Georgia, and Walter Shaw, close friends. I believe Coach Shaw, one of the many people that he has mentored has been Travis Garrett. And he's got his team playing some nice ball this weekend. Holding Brunswick to just 6 points. Catch and shoot triple is good by McClendon. So East Georgia State pulls out 13-6. 11:44 to go here until halftime. Brewer into the forecourt. Bartney driving baseline, swings it back out to Brewer. Brewer attacks, Brewer puts it up, can't score. Dolphins just can't get it. That's going off Clinton. Clinton thought he had the deflection. I think initially Clinton did have that deflection, and then I think it went back off him. Brewer gets the inbound into Jamie Brooks. Flip shot is good, and finally Brunswick back on the board. That is just the second field goal this afternoon for Brunswick. Jamie, 8.5 points, 3 rebounds a game, shooting 50% from the field. So long field goal drought is ended. Runner no good by McClendon, rebound by Brooks. Dolphins looking to push. This is what they got to do, and Barr is fouled. Jordan Barr, 88% at the free throw line this season.
To line, two for the Nuggets. Number 6, Jordan Durham.
That is Durham. I can't tell if that's an 8 or a 6. So I had it right the first time. How come y'all aren't yelling at me about this on the YouTube chat, by the way? Do your job, YouTubers. So Jordan Durham at the free throw line. Perfect thus far on the year. And he stays perfect at the charity stripe. So Dolphins, despite all their struggles offensively, down just 3. Credit their defense like that. There's a steal by Amari Latham. Latham pushes it into the forecourt. So let's see if some defense can lead to some offense here. Brewer. Get down for Amari's foul. That's going to be the 16th foul already on East Georgia. Cheatham will go out, and Chibuzi Hiro Janma. I hope I'm in the ballpark there, y'all. Again, get at me on the live chat if I'm not. Shot clock at 19. Dolphins got to inbound it again. It's Brewer. Here is Bartney on the wing. Bartney given space. Out to Brewer for 3. No good. You see the defense, the zone kind of collapsed that time, so they're allowing some three-point looks. Maybe some more drive and dish. There's a nice athletic reverse there by Bartney for 2. See that. Back-to-back field goals now for Brunswick, has them within 1. 9:44 to go until halftime. This game is going to come down to all about who gets hot first, because that will be the first big run of the game. East Georgia's led by as many as 7. We've had 2 lead changes and 1 tie. We have had pretty consistent clock issues at Brunswick so far all season long, both the men's and women's side. And I'm not sure if this is user error or the last women's game that we did last week was a mechanical issue, but it has definitely held things up here. So, a reminder, the pre-Thanksgiving Classic coming up next weekend. Saturday, Wake Tech and Hartford at 1, and then Brunswick and Catonsville at 3. And then Sunday, Wake and Catonsville at 1, Brunswick and Hartford at 3. So Saturday and Sunday next weekend for Brunswick here on Walter Shaw Court. can see Walter Shaw over there trying to help. This is a problem during our last women's game. The clock just was not functioning properly at all. So it's at 20. And it took a minute to move, but it did start. And we have a steal, but is there a foul called on Brooks? Brooks thought he had a clean steal. Instead, it's team foul number 5 on Brunswick. Ty Outlaw going to come back in. Second foul on Brooks, so he's got to go out with his 2 points. Outlaw enters with 1 free throw so far here. Now Outlaw's going back to the bench. Zion Gardner will come in. I'm going to practice some deep breathing exercises at halftime. This has been ugly in all facets. Here is McClendon, top of the key, 3 by Clinton. And the cleanup down low is good. Check the number on that. Much needed bucket there for East Georgia. Their offense has been relatively stagnant as well. It's like a 1-2-2. Sellers hit the bucket, by the way. Dolphins catch and shoot here by Durham. No good. Dolphins have been settling against this zone. They have been getting back defensively, though. Catch, shoot, triple try again. Clinton off the mark. Rebound Durham. Throws it to Blake Bartney. Catch and shoot, triple. Yes, for Blake. Blake Bartney's got 5, and we have our second tie of the afternoon, 15 all. And the defense went napping there as Sellers took it right past 4 guys standing in the lane. So East Georgia back on top. Bartney swings it out to the corner. Brewer for 3, air ball. Here come the Bobcats. Clinton front court. Clinton to the bucket. Clinton scores. So after Brunswick ties us, East Georgia answers back with 2 straight field goals. They lead at 19-15. Zion Gardner, nobody on him, and Zion with the easy bank shot. 2-point game again, 19-17, East Georgia State. 7:20 to go until halftime. First of 3 straight at home for Brunswick. Finale of a back-to-back weekend trip to the beaches of Eastern Carolina. Here, Ajama able to score. Back to 4 for East Georgia. Bobcats have led by as many as 7. Dolphins' biggest lead was 2. Bartney, Latham. Good ball movement, and Blake Bartney's got another one. Bartney has 8 of the 20 for Brunswick. 21-20, 6:34 to go until halftime. Clinton with 2 points. Swings it over to Murphy. Sellers has his pocket pick. Second steal by Latham. Oh, the ball fake and the layup is good by Brewer. Dolphins back on top. First bucket of the game for Brewer. 4th lead change of the game. Reach there. That'll be team foul number 6 on Brunswick with 6:05 left to go here until halftime. Dolphins retake the lead 22-21. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back here in just a moment. All right, it's East Georgia basketball, 6:05 to go until halftime. Bobcats have led by as many as 7, but Dolphins have a 22-21 lead. Low scoring first half. Both teams playing excellent defense. Here at the start of this one, we've seen 2 steals for Amari Latham. Mueller with a couple of steals for East Georgia. Sellers couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound to the big guy. Irajanma is blocked, but fouled by Gardner. So Gardner will commit his first foul. And the first free throw is short. One out of 2. So we've had 4 lead changes now. This is our 3rd tie. Here's a steal. Good anticipation there by Sellers. The step back 3, McClendon no good. Rebound controlled by Darius Kane. Kane back in, Blake Bartney remains in, Latham, Gardner. Zion gonna go to the free throw line, and there's Barr. Jordan Barr in for the first time here late in this first half. Zion Gardner with 1 field goal, now at the free throw line for a couple. Zion on the year, 50%. Both teams in the 1-1 now. Gardner not close on that one. Murphy the rebound. Here come the Bobcats trying to retake the lead. 5:25 to go until halftime. And right to the hoop again, McClendon. McClendon has 5, 4 for Sellers. Another steal here. McClendon attacks, swatted by Bartney. Dolphins have been sloppy with it last couple of possessions, though. So our 5th lead change has East Georgia State up 24-22 on Brunswick. 5:08 left to go until halftime. McClendon gets it over to Racine. McClendon. Sellers, couple of fakes. Nice move by Sellers. He now has 6 points. Trap is on. Dolphins able to break it this time. They got Zion all alone. He puts it up and in. That's what happens when you break the press. 4:24 to go until halftime. 26-24 Bobcats. Should have the scoreboard, I think, fixed for you at halftime. As Sellers stepped out of bounds that time. I'm going to try to play around with it. They messed us up pregame, so a couple of more changes for Brunswick. Elias Bowser back in. Linwood Rowe has also come back in. Scoreless first half for Junior, and Rowe's got 1. Darius Kane over to Barr on the wing. Rowe top of the key, Bowser left side. Scoop back to Rowe for 3. Gardner going to be called for a push-off. 8th team foul on Brunswick. I think on a rebound they're going to do a 1-1 here, or are they going to say that was offensive? It should be a 1-1. Daniel comes back in for the Bobcats. Irajama goes out. Squirewell will shoot the 1-1 here with exactly 4 minutes to go in the half. Miles Squirewell, 60% free throw shooter, averaging close to 12 points per game this season. Front end of the 1-1 is good. He's up to 3 points here in the half. Zion Gardner picked up his second foul. He remains in the game. I don't know what they're talking about. So whatever that was about, they made Squire wait extra time at the free throw line to shoot his second. Gardner gets the rebound. Here comes Kane and the Dolphins. 3:55 to go in the half. Kane swings it out to Bowser on the wing. Double team in the zone comes. Bowser back out to Kane. You can see the hounding defense, and that forced a travel on Brunswick. So this Bobcats defense, which is at the bottom in the NJCAA, is come out this weekend and put on a clinic, first against Cape Fear and now against Brunswick. And the Bobcats have a 27-24 lead. We're late in the first half. Welcome back to Brunswick. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Got the scoreboard up there for you finally. 3-point lead for the Bobcats. A little ball pressure here by Rowe in the backcourt. 3:30. The clock is froze on our screen, but it's working at the gym, so I'm gonna go ahead and just shut. I thought we could do this right, but I guess not. So I'm just gonna shut it down until halftime. Something is not syncing up right. Some days you just wish you stayed in bed. Bar cut off, gets it down low. Here's Brooks, lays it up and in. Dolphins cut it to a 1-point deficit. Three minutes to go in the half. 27-26 East Georgia. Both teams with 18 fouls. Racine, pull up three, contested, no good. Tip for the rebound, it's out of bounds off the Bobcats. This game has had 5 lead changes and 3 ties so far today. Barr on the right wing. Bowser nearest us. Rowe thought about cutting. I was kind of watching him on the baseline. Get back out to Barr now. Kane to Bowser from downtown, no good. Rowe the rebound. Barr from downtown, left it short. Another offensive rebound for Brunswick. Third crack at it here in this possession. Kane to Brooks. Brooks, flip shot, no. Fourth time, not the charm either, and it's gonna stay still on this end. I thought maybe that was off of Kane, but last touch by the Bobcats. Barr inbound, bank shot too strong by Jamie Brooks, and then Daniel can't come up with it, so What is this, the 6th attempt now for Brunswick here in this sequence? Bowser trap. Kane, quick pass to Brooks. Barr the ball fake, he'll attack. Barr, yes, and the foul. 6th time's the charm for Brunswick. Jordan Barr gonna go to the free throw line for an and one opportunity. Dolphins retake the lead.
Hey, Dad, that's not working.
Jordan Barr, 88% free throw shooter
I want to call Chris.
on the season. We call a technical foul on somebody as well.
What?
Yeah, it looks like somebody got teed up. And I think it was on Brunswick.
Or something's wrong with it. It's not working.
So we'll have to see. Yeah, the tee was on Brunswick. No announcement though, so Racine at the line. Both teams now with 9 team fouls, minute 57 to go in this first half. So Racine gets them both. 7th lead change, and now Barr can go to the line for an and one and try to tie this game up. Barr misses it. Rebound Racine. So we're inside 2 minutes to go, minute 50. Squirewell, Daniel, and Daniel is fouled. They only have Brunswick could a 29-28 game still take an hour in the first half. So Daniel, scoreless first half. Came in averaging over 13 a game, a 50% free throw shooter. In and out, that one went halfway down, then rimmed back out. Mueller comes back in for East Georgia. Looks like Barr's back on the bench for Brunswick, and Trey Herbert in for the first time. So 1 out of 2 for Daniel. Lead is 2. Minute 39 to go until halftime. Kane. Bowser out deep. Back to Darius on the far side. Bowser and Kane just playing hot potato with it right now. Get it to the cutter. That's beautiful offense. Rowe cuts. Kane finds him. Slam dunk for the first field goal for Linwood Rowe. Fifth tie of the half. 5 ties and 7 lead changes. Mueller throws it away. Minute 6 to go here until halftime. Dolphins, another opportunity to go back up here. Bowser on the wing. Herbert. Bounce pass over to Kane. Rowe might have gotten away with an extra step there. And then Squirewell commits the foul. So Brooks up to 5 points. Bartney leads everybody with 8. Sellers leads East Georgia with 6. Brooks now with 6. We're going to get a timeout for East Georgia. We're going to step aside as well. We'll come back here late in this first half. 47 seconds left to go. We'll be back in a moment. All right, back to live action. Full court press is on. East Georgia able to break it. Now they got numbers. Down low, the big guy, Squirewell, lays it up and in. 5 for him. 6 ties and 8 lead changes, even at 32 apiece. Bowser contested 3, got it anyways. Tough bucket there. 35-32, this is the biggest lead for Brunswick today. And East Georgia answers right back to make it a 1-point game. Clock is off. Dolphins can run it. Herbert at the buzzer draws iron, and that'll do it for the first half. So a more defensive-minded first half, although late in this first half, offense started to pick up a bit, courtesy of the free throw line. But right now, Brunswick clinging to a 35-34 halftime lead. We'll take the halftime break, come back and bring you the second half in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back to Dolphins basketball here on YouTube. Brunswick leads East Georgia State 35-34 as we're underway here in the second half. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. First half that had 8 lead changes, 6 ties. Leading scorers for the Bobcats, Sellers with 6. 5 apiece for McClendon, Squirewell, and Racine. Little tip in there by Linwood Rowe. Tell you about Brunswick's numbers here in a minute. Let's see, who am I missing? 3 for Mueller, 2 apiece for Ross, Sanira Janma, and Daniel with 1. I think that's everybody for East Georgia. For Brunswick, game high 8 points for Blake Bartney in the first half. Jamie Brooks with 6. And then Rose got 5 now. Gardner with 4. 3 for Bowser, 3 for Alayo, 2 apiece for Barr, Durham, Brewer, 1 for Hill, 1 for Outlaw. So those are your first half numbers. That's going to be a travel. This matches the biggest lead for Brunswick, by the way. East Georgia led by as many as 7 in that first half. It's been a lot of zone, in fact, almost all zone today for East Georgia. And at times, Brunswick really struggled against it. There's an example, almost a turnover there. Ty Outlaw gets it back, then he's stripped but fouled. Squirewell's got the worst of that, but he is called for the foul. And Ty Outlaw going to go to the free throw line where he's 1 for 2 today. Start of a 3-game homestand for Brunswick. The pre-Thanksgiving Classic coming at you on Saturday and Sunday next week. 2 games as Wake Tech will come to town. Also Hartford and Baltimore area Catonsville will also visit. So Saturday and Sunday at 1 and 3 p.m. We'll have both matchups for you on YouTube. As Walter Shaw still at 498 wins. If they can win today, it would be 499. So the hope is that Brunswick can win at least 2 of these next 3 games. And that way, Walter Shaw can get win number 500 on his home court. If not, it could happen at the East Georgia Classic, first weekend in December. Outlaw again 1 out of 2, so his lone 2 points from the charity stripe. Brunswick back up by 4. Racine. Brunswick playing a similar defense. So both teams kind of in the trapping zone right now. Mueller had trouble with it, able to get it out to Racine. His jumper no good, and its last touch by the Bobcats out of bounds. East Georgia beat Brunswick for the first time in program history last year in overtime. Dolphins had won the 3 prior meetings, 3 or 4, I can't remember exact number, as Kane airmails that out of bounds. It's been a defensive battle. Either one of these teams can get on a run. You know, a 10-point lead in this kind of a game is much bigger than normal. Dolphins force the turnover there. Rowe will inbound it. Just underway here in the second half. So Dolphins with 3 straight at home, then those 2 at East Georgia State, and then back for the Christmas Classic in the middle of the month. Then the Dolphins will be on the road quite a bit from there before we get into Region 10 play. Outlaw got to do something with it, gets outside of the lane, had his shot blocked, gets it back. They reset the shot clock. That should not have, the Dolphins should have like 5 on the shot clock right now, but they reset the clock. That's actually a shot clock violation. The official's gonna have them put 2 on the clock. Y'all, if anybody can operate a shot clock, please send your resumes to Walter Shaw and Joe Gallion. Please. We are in desperate, dire straits at Brunswick. So Dolphins are going to have to go quickly. This really hurts the home team here, too. So Rowe to inbound it. Alayo gets it out to Kane to beat the buzzer. Can't get it to go. It did draw iron. Follow-up by Alayo is blocked. And we've got I thought maybe a foul, but no, it's just an inbound here by Kane. Rowe in the corner. All right, inbound. Outlaw had trouble with it, tried to save it. Bowser able to keep hope alive here. Entry to Outlaw. Outlaw hangs, too strong. Rebound fought for and won by Racine. Hinton into the forecourt. We didn't see a lot of Hinton in the first half. He was dishing out some dimes. So that's a Mueller for three. Side iron. And it's going out of bounds off the Bobcats. Oh, they say it's off Brunswick. I think they missed that one, but Bobcats get a break here. 3 minutes into the second half. East Georgia will inbound. Hinton gets it in to Cheatham, who's come off the bench, an early sub. Squirewell was shaken up. Hopefully he's okay over there on the bench. Looks to be all right. Hinton surveys. In the corner, it's Daniel for three. Off the back iron, tipped for the rebound. Rowe comes away with it. Bowser contested shot. Man, that's a second tough bucket for Elias today. He's got 5. All of it very hard earned. Dolphins have their biggest lead now in the game. This is like a 2-1-2 for Brunswick here, this zone. They're running at Hinton. Hinton going to work. Man, Mueller had trouble with the pass. He was wide open. Racine for three, rims it in. Racine up to 8 points. That cuts the deficit in half. 40-37 Brunswick. Kane dishes it out. Bowser in and out on the three. Ty Outlaw, the putback is good. Five-point lead. Cheatham trying to back down. Oh, Outlaw. They call a foul on Ty. So both teams with an early team foul. We'll take a break. 15:27 left to go in the game. Dolphins leading by 5. throws for the Bobcats out of the timeout. It's Jacoby Cheatham, 75% free throw shooter, averaging 5 points per game. 4 rebounds off the bench for the Bobcats. Early sub for Travis Garrett. East Georgia in the first half led by as many as 7. Dolphins have been up by as many as 6 here in this second half. Right now up by 5 with the basketball. Chris Sheeman back with you at the home studio in Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. YouTube chat's been real quiet today, but if you want to interact, feel free. Kane gets it to Bowser. Ball tipped back out to Junior. Kane, good pass down low. And the layup for Rowe. Kane is scoreless today, but his assists have been money. So matching the biggest lead of the game for both teams. Biggest lead for Brunswick so far today. Dolphins again trying to get Coach Walter Shaw to that 500 win mark. He's at 498 right now. Can have a good chance. Here's a steal by Kane. Throws it front court to Bowser. Back out to Alayo. He tried for the alley-oop. Clinton is back in. He steals it away, and then he is fouled. Second team foul on Brunswick. Or did they call a foul on the Bobcats? No, it's definitely on Brunswick. Second foul on Rowe, it looks like, and as I mentioned, second team foul on the Dolphins. Man pressure there. No trouble for McClendon, who brings it into the front court. Nice little pass there by the big guy. How about the block by Ty Outlaw? And then here comes Brunswick. Alayo for 3. Yes! Defense to offense. As the Dolphins go up double figures, Alayo with all 6 of his points from downtown. That's going to be a turnover. So Brunswick coming out strong here in this second half. Ty Outlaw will go out as Jamie Brooks comes back in. Brooks 6 points in the first half. Kane into the front court. Darius scoop over to Bowser, back to Kane, now over to Alayo. It's Rowe. Alayo fakes the 3 now, attacks the reverse. Oh, they call it travel. That little extra hop there is what did him in. Brunswick still cooking though. Biggest lead for either team now. First double-digit lead of the game. Racine trying to change that. In and out on the 3. That's an offensive foul. Cheatham, good eye by the official there. Used that forearm to clear the space. So both teams now with 2 team fouls here in this second half. They warned somebody on the bench. That's a big old bench right there for East Georgia. These 2 teams have a lot of depth. Kane, top of the key. Ooh, Brooks got caught in the air, able to get it out though. And it's another triple by Alayo. The lead is 13 for Brunswick. McClendon now in the front court. First half we had 8 lead changes, 6 ties. Second half has been all thins. Clinton backing down. Clinton, he was bound and determined to shoot that, and the Dolphins bailed him out with the foul. I mean, that was not good offense there for the Bobcats. Dolphins sending Clinton to the free throw line, though. Elijah Clinton. in limited action, just 33% from the charity stripe so far this season. Bobcats beat Cape Fear yesterday by 9. First win of the season for East Georgia State. 1-3, now 1-1 on the road. Dolphins 8 days off. They are 2-1 overall, trying to stay unbeaten at home. Just the second home game of the year. Good rebound there by Latham, who's back in, or correction. Yeah, that is Alio attacks, hangs, can't score. They call a foul. So Amari Latham, 2 steals, no points so far tonight. Third team foul on Brunswick now. So both teams with 3 team fouls. With 12:20 to go in the game. Alio, 6 points already here in the second half, 9 in the game. Can get into double figures here. Be the first player in the game to do so. Victor Alio. I wanted to wait until the free throw, so y'all can't blame me for the curse, but he is perfect from the charity stripe so far this season. I probably should have waited for the second one, but it's not my fault either way. It's just the first foul on Clinton, by the way, for East Georgia State. So Alio now first player in the game in double figures. Blake Bartney right behind him with 8. Blake's in the game now. Oh, see, now y'all are going to blame me, aren't you? Ah! I'll take partial responsibility for that one. So first miss of the year from the free throw line for Alio. He's still got 10 points, and the Dolphins still have the biggest lead out to 14. East Georgia got to find some offense. McClendon hung it short. I told you, whoever got it hot, Kane goes right to the hoop. Nobody picks up the ball, and Kane looks for his shot for the first time, his first field goal. Georgia State just in a funk right now. I'm surprised we haven't seen a timeout yet from them. We're going to have a media timeout, so they'll try to figure it out, but the Dolphins are on a roll. 53-37 Brunswick with 11:43 to go in the basketball game. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be back with you. 11:43 left to go. All Dolphins here in the second half. It was 35-34 at halftime. So just 3 points for East Georgia State in the first 8 minutes and change. Dolphins defense has been outstanding here today, forcing a number of turnovers. And Alio gives it up, looking for Brooks down low, and it goes off the Bobcats. Dolphins will have 12 on the shot clock. Bartney to inbound it, deflected again by the Bobcats. And the shot clock should be at 11 here, and I think they'll change that. Inbound goes to Kane. Gets a screen, thought about it, gives it up to Latham for three, no good. So Bobcats get a stop. Can they get some offense, though? Because right now, it is all Brunswick on the defensive side of things. Brunswick has held East Georgia to just 3 points. Is that all from the free throw line? I remember we had a technical foul called on Brunswick. I can't remember if that was the first half or not. I think it was in the second half. Again, off the mark, Cheatham. Kane, what a pass, Bartney. Bartney pull up, can he get into double figures? Yes, he can. It's Blake Bartney and Alayo now with 10 points each. The lead has grown out to 18. A little bit surprised with this given what East Georgia did to Cape Fear yesterday. Catch and shoot three is long by Ross, who's checked into the game. Here's Brooks putting the moves on. Tip up, no by Kane. Fight for the ball down low. And we're going to get a jump ball, I believe, here. Brunswick, 28 steals in the first 2 games, just 5 against Daytona State. Safe to say they're going to be in double figures here today. Brewer back in. So it's Brewer, it's Brooks, Blake Bartney, Latham, and now Herbert also back out there for Brunswick. Latham turn around. That shot was blocked by Cheatham, and it goes out of bounds off Brunswick. Brunswick also had 47 dimes in the first 2 games and just 8 against Daytona State. Those numbers will go back up. Blake Bartney, good anticipation. He's got the steal. Now he's running. Bartney, the reverse, no. Rebound controlled by McClendon. McClendon with the bounce pass and the layup, and finally East Georgia on the board for the first time in a long time. Sellers up to 8 points. Again, East Georgia just 5 points in the first 10 minutes of this second half. That ball deflected by the Bobcats. So if you're the Bobcats, you've got time, but really have to have a perfect second part to this second half. Latham backing down. Latham, foul. I don't know if it's just the angle. Like, some of these just look like all ball to me. During one of the media timeouts, I think Coach Shaw was asking that question after a foul was called on his team. That didn't look like anything to me. Latham on the board for the first time as he nets his first free throw. It's the 4th foul on Cheatham, so he's got to go out. Irajama comes back in the game with 2 points. Latham, it's an interesting free throw style. First of all, he's about a step or 2 behind the line and just kind of flat-footed with it. Jackson in, gets it down low, and Irajama is fouled. So the big guy going back to the free throw line. Dolphins and East Georgia with 4 team fouls apiece. First free throw is short. Missed them both. Made a couple in the first half. Herbert the rebound. Brewer back to him. Herbert gets it across midcourt. Herbert going to the bucket, looking to get rid of it, and that's last touch by Bartney. Herbert kind of forced that pass. He was upset with himself there. Would have been better off maybe even taking the shot there. Nearing 9 minutes to go in the game. That ball tipped out of bounds. Blake Bartney being active. Latham, as I mentioned, in the backcourt with him, has a couple of steals tonight. Got to get it across here. Open look in the corner, and Sellers, it was pretty hot in the first half, is 1 out of 2 here in the second. He's stuck on 8 points. Brewer, Latham, now Brooks. Blake Bartney on the wing. 8.5 to go in the game. The roll by Latham to the bucket, left it short, rebound Irajama. McClendon with 5 points. Gives the ball up to Ross for 3. Offensive rebound. Irajama too strong. Put back attempt by Sellers was no good. And now we got a foul called. I believe it's on the Bobcats. If it is, it's their 5th. Well, the Bobcats got to try to force some turnovers here. Ooh, they almost got one. Bartney able to collect. Defender mistimed that just by a half a tick. Latham turnaround, bank goes in and out. Rebound wrestled away by the Bobcats. I believe that was, it was Jackson on the rebound. Now McClendon setting up the offense here. McClendon attacks, and a blocking foul is called. So both teams now with 5 team fouls. 7:37 left to go here in the ball game, and East Georgia State will be at the line when we come back. All right, back at Brunswick, Dolphins matching its biggest lead right now at 18, just 5 points here in this second half for East Georgia State. Brunswick defense has controlled this basketball game. McClendon up to 6 points as he gets the first free throw to go down. One out of 2, ball tipped, offensive rebound on a free throw will not make Walter Shaw happy. So extra possession. Then the block by Brooks stays with the Bobcats. Irajama forces it up. Dolphins trying to get the rebound, and it's deflected out. Last touch by the Bobcats. Brunswick and East Georgia State. We got the pre-Thanksgiving Classic coming at you on Saturday and Sunday next week. Got an offensive foul called here on Herbert. Just threw his man to the ground there. Herbert will go out, and Barr coming in for Brunswick. So 16 fouls for the Dolphins, 5 for East Georgia State. Jackson open 3, no good. Irajama is fouled, and the Dolphins putting East Georgia in the bonus now. Irajama hit a couple of free throws in the first half and missed his last 2 here in the second half. And he's short on his first one here. Gets the friendly bounce on a couple of dinks and dunks. The ball goes through. Free for Irajama. Full court trap is on now. Pass off the mark. Barr recovers though. Barr got to get it across, and that's a 10-second violation there. Nice hounding pressure. It's good to see East Georgia. You know, they down by as many as 18, but they're still engaged with this basketball game here. Hinton, he's going to look for his shot for the first time. So Hinton on the board. Came in averaging 10.7. I talked about him as an assist man, and he does average over 6 a game, but he can shoot the ball. Latham almost lost the dribble, able to get it back. Throws cross court, ball deflected into the backcourt. Barr comes up with it, and then it's deflected off of him. Dolphins can't get too sloppy here. They've started to relax a little bit. Bobcats showing no signs that they're ready to and content with leaving this game and this trip at 1-1. So they're still working. Dolphins got to continue to keep the foot on the pedal here. Hinton now deep. Brewer, Blake Bartney. Barr is in the game, Latham, and Brooks. That's the 5 for Brunswick right now. Field goals just not falling right now for the Bobcats. Almost everything they've gotten in the second half has been from the free throw line. Change in that, though, is Sellers. Sellers is the first player for the Bobcats in double figures. 18-point lead now is down to 12. Latham is called for steps. Another turnover for Brunswick. Walter Shaw needs a timeout. He's going to call it, and we're going to take it with him. 5:53 left to go in the game. Dolphins still up double digits, but East Georgia not going quiet. back to Brunswick. Dolphins have led by as many as 18. East Georgia starting to scrap and claw their way back. It's a 12-point game now. 57-45, 5:53 to go in the game. Chris Sheeman back with you at the home studio in Ohio, wherever you're watching from. We do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me here on this Sunday evening now. A rare 4 p.m. start on a Sunday for Brunswick. So Bobcats with the basketball. Forced 3 straight turnovers by Brunswick. That man Sellers has had a good game with 10 points. Not much offense otherwise tonight for the Bobcats. Irajama swings it out. Bell is in. Back over to Sellers. Back to Bell. 8 to shoot. And Bell throws it away. Dolphins in transition. Latham scoop and score. More defense to offense. Latham now with 4. That ends a scoring drought for Brunswick as well. Put them back in the driver's seat, up 14 here with just 5.5 to go in the game. Hinton going to work again, swings it out, catch and shoot Jackson, too strong on the 3. Kane is back in, tried to wrestle the rebound away and then forces the tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it on this side of the floor though. I think we're having an issue with our clock, folks. And I apologize. I'm going to try to reset it here and see. Steal by Brunswick. The layup by Blake Bartney counted, and the foul by Blake. Blake Bartney with all kinds of highlight plays today. He's had a great game. All right, I hope that's correct now. I don't know what's going on with that today. It's being very weird. Bartney completes the old school 3-point play. A game-high 13 points for Blake. And just like that, good timeout by Walter Shaw. Good response by Brunswick with back-to-back possessions, pushing the lead back out to 17. Daniel coming back in for East Georgia. Daniel, Hinton, Mueller all in the backcourt. Racine is back out there as well for Coach Garrett. Mueller is the 5th player for the Bobcats on the floor right now. Zion Gardner for Brunswick with Brewer, Kane, Latham, and Bartney. Shot clock at 5. Firing and scoring is Hinton. So Hinton with 5 quick points. The lead is 14 as the Bobcats call for time. 4:20 to go in the game. Dolphins still up comfortable here. We'll take a timeout. All right, welcome back to Dolphins basketball. Full court press is on here for the Bobcats, trying to force some more turnovers. Brewer gets it front court, lays it down low. Bucket no good by Rowe. And then we got a foul called on East Georgia State. 4:12 left to go in the game. Dolphins have led by as many as 18. 14-point lead now with Brewer at the free throw line. In the first half, we had 8 lead changes and 6 ties. Dolphins have been up comfortable here in the second half, though. The front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Racine tips the rebound to himself. East Georgia's been as close as 12 here down the stretch. Daniel tries to get him within 11. The 3 balls just have not fallen today for the Bobcats. East Georgia has struggled from behind the arc on the season, shooting 33% as a team compared to 38% from 3 for Brunswick. In fact, Brunswick over 40% from 3 in 2 of the first 3 games this year. Eliah, who we've seen hit 3 triples tonight, is tied for 9th in Region 10 at 50%. Barr tied for 16th at 42%. Again, very early season numbers. So Kane back at the line gets the front end of the 1-and-1. He's up to 4 points, or excuse me, 3. He can get to 4 if he makes his second one. Speaking of Barr, he's back in the game as Brewer will go out. So Kane now does have 4. Lead back to 16. If you're East Georgia, you can't keep trading points here. They need to get it down to Squirewell. Turnaround, no. Squirewell blocked but fouled by Outlaw. So more free throws to come here. 3:26 to go. Squirewell with 5 points today, make it 6 as he gets the first one. Brewer is right back in the game. Durham also checking in. You saw him in the first half, first appearance in the second half. Another extra possession off a free throw, and the 3 is good by Hinton. So Hinton is up to 8. It's a 12-point game again. Dolphins just have to use the clock. Clock's your friend right now. Hang on to the basketball, get a couple more buckets, and this game will be iced. Bartney with a game-high 13 points. Spinning, attacking, and scoring. That might close the door. Inside 3 to go. 15 now for Blake. Hinton attacking, blocked, got it back, and that's actually Daniel who got it back and scored. But again, if you're the Bobcats, can't trade baskets, got to get stops, got to force turnovers. There's one as the Dolphins cough it up. Pass goes out of bounds, but it's off the Bobcats. We talked about it. Neither team really fluid offensively here today. Brunswick came in averaging 87 points a game, just 66 on the board right now. It was just that run to start this second half. Dolphins dominated a 10-minute period at the start of the half. And now they're trying to hang on as Racine buries that triple, and it's single digits. East Georgia has cut an 18-point deficit in half, and there's still a lot of time here. 2:15 left to go. We'll take another timeout. Welcome back. Dolphins are getting sloppy, and the Bobcats have shown no indication of quitting. They're within single digits for the first time in a long time. 66-57. Brunswick has led by as many as 18 points here in this second half. Rashima back with you. This time Brunswick able to break the press. Bartney gets it back out to Kane. Darius Kane, Blake Bartney, game high 15, over to Brewer. Brewer attacks. Brewer, wild shot there. Here come the Bobcats again. Dolphins sprint back and then a steal by Brewer. Brewer throws it front court. I don't know if they were looking for a foul called there, a player down for the Bobcats right now, so they're gonna stop action with 1:37 left to go. So timeout, injury timeout. I'm gonna wait to see. It looks like that's Daniel, and he's slow to get up, but he's okay, so we're gonna keep it here. Ty Outlaw is going to come in for Blake Bartney. 1:37 left to go. East Georgia gets another stop here. Hinton was putting the moves on and threw it away, so a turnover there by the Bobcats. Dolphins really just need a couple of buckets here, and this game's going to be over, but there's some trash talking going on over there. Bowser back in the game. Bowser and Clinton are jawing at one another. These two teams are going to rematch at the East Georgia Classic, first weekend of December. Kane backing down. Durham with the handoff back to Darius. Kane attacking, swings it out. Bartney, the three. Dagger. Blake Bartney with 18 on the night. And that was a big one. Inside a minute to go. Just don't want to foul here. As Squirewell could not score. Clinton collects. And then it's an offensive foul on East Georgia State. So Dolphins looking like they're going to win and go to 3-1 on the young season. We'll see if the Bobcats elect to foul here. This game is essentially in the books. Are they going to say that was a defensive foul? I guess. All right, this is the final 1-1 here for Brunswick. And that was an offensive foul, I'm pretty sure, unless it was a loose ball. Linwood Rowe, 7 points tonight at the free throw line. Front end, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Ty Outlaw. And that's the one thing you don't want to do if you're Brunswick, is give them free points with the clock stopped. Got to learn how to do these fundamental things if you're going to win a Region 10 title, if you're going to make some noise at the national tournament. That's not smart basketball. So Squirewell back at the free throw line. This will be East Georgia's final 1-1, but these should be the last free throws that these Bobcats shoot tonight if the Dolphins do their job right. Squirewell up to 7 points now. One out of two. Outlaw the rebound. Dolphins trying to play keep away. and they turn it over instead. Again, just trying to do too much. If they're going to foul you, let them foul you. Heat check time there for Hinton, who has been red hot from 3. Not that time, though. We'll see here. Shot clock is off. I mean, it's an 11-point game. You would think that the Bobcats want to get on the road here. Well, there's already a foul called. I guess not. More free throws to come here for the Dolphins. Don't forget, full game highlights available after today's game on this YouTube channel, also on Facebook and Twitter. So Darius Kane can pad his numbers a little bit here for Brunswick. Kane now with 5 points. One out of 2. Rebound by Sellers. And it looks like East Georgia stepped out of bounds there. So Bobcats turn it over. They're showing full court press, so I can't imagine why they would keep fouling here, but so inbound goes to Kane. And it does look like they're going to call it off. Win number 499 for head coach Walter Shaw as the Brunswick Dolphins take down East Georgia State today, 70-58. So the start of the 3-game homestand is a good one for Brunswick, a dominating defensive performance by the Dolphins. Blake Bartney with 18 points, and the Dolphins are 3-1 on the year. Walter Shaw is 1 win shy of 500. That's going to do it for us here on Walter Shaw Court. For everybody at Brunswick, my name's Chris Sheeman. Once again, your final, it's the Dolphins 70, Bobcats 58. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again next weekend. Take care until then.